Okay, quick video here on putting a Curt hitch on a old Ford pickup. This is a 1993 Ford F250 four-wheel drive extended cab, and I purchased this hitch quite some time ago and just never got around to putting it on. Little thinking it might be a little bit of an intimidating project, but it's not bad. Just a couple of quick notes if you're thinking of doing this so you'll know what to expect. The front bumper is just secured by 4 bolts, and that is the bumper leaning up against my garage fridge there. You've got these mounting brackets here, and I have a screw missing in the top of that. Need to replace that, but just got your 2 holes here that correspond to the horizontal holes here. And as long as I had this apart, I threw a little bit of paint on it there, did a little touch-up work and painted that. Anyway, just to cut, this is really a straightforward project. You just take the 4 bolts loose. There are spacers, these 2 black guys down here, thick pieces of strap steel with holes drilled in them, and while I had them loose I repainted them, but they're just some spacers that go in, and the other 2 are hanging out in the tree paint drying. Like I said, I did a little bit of grinding and clean up, just wire brush some stuff and painted back in here as long as I had this apart. Anyway, easiest way I found, I tried to do this without removing the bumper. That is not hardly going to happen. You really need to be able to get up into this area in order to get your hitch into place. It's just, I suppose somebody that knows what they're doing could do it without taking the bumper off, but I found it a lot easier to get in here. 4 bolts, yank it off, and you got room to work. The hitch has to be pushed up in here above the frame to get it over, if you can see it, those humps right there on the suspension, the spring mounts. Those on both sides, those push out from the frame, and you can't slide this hitch straight up into place. You have to shove it up in here kind of in front of the radiator, up behind the Ford hood ornament almost, and then drop it back down in from above. And once I got it down into place, I used my my trusty Harbor Freight floor jack. I put the floor jack right under the hitch here to support it, and then using a pinch bar, wherever I threw it down at, right here. Just get yourself one of these, if I can see it here. If you don't have one, these are great for positioning bolts. This end right here is kind of pointy. You can push this in here to help. You can put quite a bit of pressure on this to help align your bolt holes, you know, while you're working. Also, with the bumper removed, it's quite easy to get inside the frame, but just by hand. I just used a pair of long needle nose pliers to reach in and put that bolt in there, and then insert that through into the side mount hole on, if you can see that, there's a side mount hole there on this Curt hitch, and then it will also be secured by these 2 bumper mounts. So you've got 3 bolts on each side hooking it in, which should make it real sturdy. I'm not going to use mine for anything except carrying a generator and some gas cans on the front of my truck. Maybe I have a little Honda 90 motorcycle, I might adapt my mount for it, throw it on up here in the front instead of trailering it. But if you're going to do a snow plow or something, you're definitely going to want all 3 of those bolts snug down good. But this is a very solid setup. This is the standard Ford bumper mount, and it's, you know, solid welded steel. It's not, if you bend that, you've got real problems. So anyway, I hope that helps you to figure out how this hitch goes into place. The Curt paraphernalia says it's a 30-minute job. I'd say more like 3 hours by the time you get in here, clean stuff up, if you do like I do. I mean, long as I was in here, I just got my air tool and my grinding wheel with a wire brush and brushed some stuff off and did a little bit of painting and touching up while I was in here. But that's me. You could do it. You could probably do this in an hour easy enough if you didn't go to that trouble. So anyway, hope that helps. And nice hitch. It's kind of heavy, but it's really solid and stout. And yeah, I think it's going to be a nice addition to the truck. So hope that helps.